In recent months, I've been building up some handy tools in my website for registered users. And in this video, I'd like to introduce you to the latest one, which is the timeline view. I'll show you how to access my site to start with from my Facebook page, which is at Darren Naimke Hockey. If you scroll down, you'll see that there is a link to my website. If you click on that, you'll come to the PA website, as I call it. Now, first you've got to register to become a registered user, but once you've registered, it's easy to log in. And registering, you can either use your Google or your Facebook login, or you can create your own custom login. I'm going to log in with using my Google account. Once we're logged in, we can see our profile picture here, and we can access registered user features by clicking on this drop down. And what we see here is there's three key user features, registered user features. First of all, we've got the planner, which is a calendar which allows busy families to create a calendar of events of hockey games that they can import into their family calendars, digital calendars. Then there's a coding tool, which I've shown in other videos, which allows users to code matches. And then there's the coded matches feature. I'll click in here and have a look at that. When I'm in here, we can see all of the matches that I've got and that I've coded. And from here I can click on any of these, and I'm going to click on the Pro League Women game between Australia and New Zealand. And I can download the XML, the sports code XML file. That's handy if I'm using Huddle or sports code, and I can just import it into those tools. I can email myself a copy of that data file, or I can just view the report of the statistics for that game. And here we can see that Australia had 56-25 entries to New Zealand's 48, and New Zealand, however, won 3-2 that day, and they had an equal number of goal shots. So what I'm going to do now is to introduce the new feature, which is the timeline view, which I'm going to access by clicking on the link here of the match date. When I click on that link, what I'll see is a visual of the timeline. So for every event that happens, it will be against its event type. So we can see here goals against, there was 3, and this is where they occurred. One occurred in the 20th minute, another one occurred in the 43rd minute, and the final one occurred in the 1 hour and 10 mark. So from here I can still access the report feature, which gives me the statistics report. I can download the file, I can email it to myself. Now I've got these two other functions that I can access. One being properties. If I click on that, I'll get the match properties dialog, and that allows me to change the attributes of the game. For example, if I've entered the wrong date, I can change that date by selecting it in the calendar view. And I can change the competition name, the home name, and the away team name. So I'm going to cancel out of there. The next one is the tag editor. Now this is really useful if we need to nudge events around, or if we need to increase their lead and lag time. So in this particular game, let's imagine that we wanted to change when the period indicator happened, but only for the first period. So this one occurred in the 39-second mark. Let's bump that back to the 35-second mark. So we'll move it 4 seconds to the left. So I'm going to access the tag editor. I'm going to select period, and I'm going to start from, I can start from the 0-second mark, and I can't remember when that was, but we'll just say events between the 0 and the 100-second mark, which is the 1 minute 23 period. It's showing me that if I make a change here, it will impact one event, which is indeed the target event that we want to impact. And what I wanted to do there was to move it back by 4 seconds. So let's put -4 as the event time. I could also increase the lead and lag time, which means that when I import it into sports code, or Huddle, that those clips will run longer. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this change. It'll save. Once it's saved, the page will refresh, And then if I mouse over that event, we can see that that event has in fact gone back by 4 seconds. So using the tag editor, I could target all rows and move everything around or increase the size. I could target multiple rows. So in this case, if I was to target all the 25 entries, APCs and cards, I'd be targeting 62 events. But I might only want to do that from halfway for the second half. So if I do that, I'll only impact 33 events. We can see here we're targeting from the 41-minute mark to the 1 hour mark. So I'm going to cancel back out of there. So now I could download that and then edit, bring it back into a tool. Here's a tool that I use, which I've written. I could re-import it in here, and then when I click on those events, we would see that the lead and lag times were in fact changed. So that's the new timeline feature. It is new. The things that I'm going to work on next here are to add some help and a handy video, this video, to show people how to use it. I'm also looking at bringing in a video element so that we can actually have this type of view where we can actually click through to different times in the game or have a look at specific clips from within the tool. So if we go view clip here, we'll go to that moment, we'll see that goal. So that's a handy tool, and hopefully you will enjoy using it, and I would love to get your feedback. Thanks very much. Bye.